Hello. My name is Jessie, and today we are making creamy olive chicken steaks. For the ingredients, you would need 4 pieces of boneless chicken thighs, 8 ounces of green beans, 8 ounces of potato, 1 cup of olives with 1 tablespoon of brine liquid, half a cup of chicken broth, 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 tablespoon of chopped garlic, 2 teaspoons of bruschetta seasoning, 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, and half a teaspoon of salt. We already have these 4 chicken thighs deboned and butterflied. I'm going to show you how to debone and butterfly it. You don't have to have a boning knife, but it's good to have. I usually would just feel the bone right here and cut really close to the bone. And then I turn around and do the same on the other side of the bone. And go underneath. Take it out like that, and you tilt it up. And that's it. You just debone the thigh. And for this dish, I like to butterfly it so it would be thin, so it would cook faster and crispier. You see, this is the thinnest part of the chicken thigh, and these two are very thick. So I just do this all the way to the edge and kind of flip it out. That way, your chicken is at one thickness, so it would cook evenly. This side, the same thing. And now, you just stretch your piece of chicken so much bigger. See? Budget friendly and good. Alright, next we're gonna chop the olives. You can leave it whole if you want, but I like to have it more incorporate in my sauce. So I'm just gonna roughly chop it. I like to use the green olive for this because it's creamier. So you can use whatever olives you have in your fridge. I'm just gonna chop it in half, some in quarters for different sizes. You could totally use capers for this dish. I just have a jar of olives in the fridge that I really wanted to use up. Alright, I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of the brine liquid in here to remind me that I need to use that for the recipe. Next is the potato. I'm gonna cut this end off. I don't need this whole potato, but I just wanted a very big potato so I can slice it. But I won't be using the whole thing. I will need only about 8 ounces. So I'm gonna use this. We need about only 10 pieces of these, 5 for each of us. And the rest I'm just gonna save it for a different meal. I have half a teaspoon of salt on my hands. I'm gonna season only on the skin. Okay, while we have the pans on, we're gonna add about 1 tablespoon of oil. I'm gonna dab the skin to get all the moisture out from the salt. Now we're gonna put the chicken in, skin side down. That's the sound that you wanna hear. Now we're gonna season the other side of the chicken because earlier I only seasoned the skin part. Tell and say it's smelling so good. Fry this side for 2 minutes. Do not disturb the skin. Let it slowly cook and crisp up. Wow, look at that. Okay, now we're gonna fry the other side for another 2 minutes. These chicken are very thin, so it would cook really fast. And then we're gonna finish cooking it in the sauce as well. Okay, this piece was the smallest one, so it's done. So I'm gonna take it out. All right, these are done as well. Now that the chicken is removed, we don't want to waste this chicken fat, but I have lowered the heat to very low to 2 out of 9. We're gonna add in our butter. And then our potato. the potatoes in first, just so it can soak up all the yumminess. All right, and now we're gonna add in the garlic. The trick for not burning your garlic is to use frozen garlic. These are the ones that I make from the fresh bag that I got from Costco. As soon as I get home, I chop it up, I freeze it, and in these sauce, I usually use it because it helps infusing the garlic flavor more and without burning it so fast because, you know, it's frozen. Now I'm gonna add the flour in the middle just to create a roux. Now that the flour is cooked, we're gonna add in the chicken broth to deglaze our pan. You just want to add enough chicken broth so the potato can submerge in it and cook. Now we're going to add in the olive and the brine. This would bring the freshness into the dish. And I am still on low heat. I'm at a 3 out of 9. And now the bruschetta seasoning. If you don't have the bruschetta seasoning, you can add Italian seasoning as well. Just add a bit more salt and pepper just because this seasoning has salt and pepper in it. The sauce is a bit thick for my liking, so I'm gonna add about a 1/4 cup of water. Just so there's enough liquid to cook the potato. So this dish is pretty much a one-pan dinner, but with protein, starch, and vegetable. All right, in goes the green beans. Let's cover it so the green beans can cook a little bit. Okay, that was 2 minutes. We're gonna open it. Just covering it for 2 minutes, kind of let the green beans and the potato cook together. Now we're gonna add the chicken in so it can mingle with the sauce. This is why I always buy big skillets and pans, because I like one pan dinner. Okay, and don't waste this juice. We have to add all the juice back in because that's flavor right there. Now I'm gonna bring the heat up a tiny bit, and that little chicken juice from the plate really help thin out the sauce. That's just perfect. It's done. Let's plate our dinner. Wow, look at this, guys. Isn't it gorgeous? Now it's your turn to make some at home.
Okay guys, if you like this video, hit that subscribe button and come back next week for our weekly updates. See you then!